I'm gonna tell you a little story. Back in 2012, I bought my first muscle car and I was super excited. I'm like, yes, this is the one. I woke up real early on a Sunday morning and I was looking on Craigslist. I don't know if y'all know what Craigslist is, but that's what I was looking on. I was looking on Craigslist, looking for a car at the time. I didn't have any car. I was just looking for a car that was reasonable. I had some money saved up. I'm like, all right, man, I need a car.
Jack, yeah, I need a car.
And lo and behold, something that was like an hour away, I saw it. It was a nice old school Camaro. Looks like the DeLorean.
Did we get a DeLorean?
Pretty heavy, huh?
It's my favorite car. I'm like, oh, wow, this is it. This is it right here. It was within the price range that I wanted. So I called the guy up. I'm like,
hey, I want that car.
I don't have my ID or my credit cards, but I really need that car.
You know, you got it for a pretty low price. It looks like it's in pretty good condition. Let me come check this out. So he's like, yeah, come on, man. I got another person looking at it though, so come on. And it looked like he had just posted it up. So I was like, oh my God. So I called my dad. I'm like, hey man, I need you to take me to X spot so we can go check this out.
Could you please hurry up?
So we go up there, I check out the car. It's great. It's immaculate. It's in immaculate condition. I'm like, oh man, this is it. What's even crazier is the amount that he had listed was like maybe $500 to $1,000 more than what I had, but I still wanted it.
Well, now I want it a little bit less, but I still want it, so.
And I told him, I was like, man, look, this is actually all I have. This is all I saved up. He was like, you know what? I like you, man. I think you're gonna take care of the car. I'll sell it to you. I was like, I mean, this was like the greatest dream of all time for me. I was just like, I cannot believe this is happening.
I don't believe it!
So he sold me the car. I take it back home. Everything's great. Everything's great for a while, right? For like a couple months. Then all of a sudden, things start happening. Like usual, you know, with cars and mechanical devices and things like that, things start happening. And this is where we lead into, don't let difficulties make you quit too early. Now, I told you that was back in 2012.
You might want to keep that in mind.
I go to a mechanic. Something's wrong with the car. It's not starting up all the way. It's like, you know, I don't know much about cars at the time. I take it to a mechanic. The mechanic messes up the car even more.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
So now the car is driving, but it's not driving like it used to. It's like he switched out the carburetor and put in a janky little carburetor. But anyway, the car's not as fast as it was. It's not as fast. It's not driving like it was. None of that. I go back up there. I'm fighting with the dude. He's like, no, we fixed it, blah, blah, blah. It's my word against his. I just left it. I was like, whatever. So I start having even more trouble with the car. The car's overheating. I'm having all different type of problems. So now I don't really have the money to fix the vehicle. And I don't have nowhere to park it. I'm getting tickets on it. It's getting towed. All type of stuff is going on. And I'm getting a lot of offers.
You know what? Let me buy it.
And we want to buy it from you.
I'm offering to buy it from you.
Cash money. That's an old school Camaro. You don't see those too often anymore. Like, I'll give you cash right now. I kept telling everybody I'm holding on to it. The car is undrivable for a while. Now I'm having to stash the car in different places because I can't keep it on the street. It's getting towed. It was leaking some oil. I couldn't keep it on people's property, on their slab, in the garage. It was causing too much problems. It's costing me a lot of money just to hold on to this car. So we're gonna fast forward all the way to 2020. That's 7 years of me truly not being able to drive this vehicle because of so many issues that I was having with it. I'm going crazy. Okay, I'm like, man, I'm really close. I'm really close to the brink of selling this vehicle because I'm like, it might not be meant to be. I stash it where I work at. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get to a point where I can fix it. Hopefully, one day. 7 years, y'all. Understand this. 7 years. Okay? One day, this guy walks in.
The legend.
His legend grows.
His legend would change our lives forever.
Ray. He walks in. He's like, whose Camaro is that out there? And I'm like, oh, that's mine, man. Like, I'm working on it. And I mean, that was a broken record. I said that to so many different people, so many different times when they would want to compliment the car. And I'm like, dude, I'm working on it. Don't even run right now. Like, blah, blah, blah. He was like, man, you got to get that thing fixed.
I go, fix that car.
I'm like, yeah, man. Like, trust me. I've been working on it. Okay. I've been working on it for a while. He comes in a few more times, and then one day he's like, man, let me take that car, man. Let me fix it for you.
I'll fix it, and it'll all go back to normal.
Don't worry about it, I'll fix it.
And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, well, how much you want? He was like, no, just let me tinker with it. Let me take it back to my house and let me mess around with it. At this point, I'm like, if dudes steal it, like, I don't even care. I'm dead serious. At this point, I don't even care, dude. I'm like, whatever, man. He stole the car. Who cares, man? It's just been too much with this car. It's been too much. Yeah, he brings the car back. 1 to 2 days later. And it's running the greatest it's ever ran. It's running the greatest it has ever ran before. Now you have to really, really think about that. And this man did it for free. Now let's consider, at any given point, if I would have gave up, sold the car, gave it away, gave up on it, I would have never met Ray. Maybe I would have met him, but he wouldn't have seen the car and he wouldn't have been able to fix it. Now just think about that. I was one decision away from not having this spectacular event happen in my timeline. I said, man, what do you want for your trouble? He was like, dude, I used to have a car. He showed me a picture. Back in the 80s, it was the exact same looking car, color and everything. The only difference was that he had tint on his windows. As cool as Ray was, deciding to fix the vehicle, you got to think about what I went through, the emotional anguish, the freaking anxiety, the mental toil, the physically having to take it to different places and stash it at different places. I'm talking about at my friend's house, at somebody I didn't know house that just let me do it. Like the tolls, the tickets, so much, y'all. So much was going on. But then when he was able to fix it, and it's been fixed ever since. This is 4 years ago. It's been fixed ever since. I still can't believe it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I still can't believe it sometimes. If I would have given up, I would have never experienced that miraculous event of meeting the legendary Ray. 7 years, y'all. 7 years. Sometimes that's how long it takes. Sometimes that's how long you gotta grind. And then sometimes it may be longer, sometimes it's shorter. But the idea, the mentality, the way I'm trying to help you critically think because I'm going through difficulties, does that mean that I'm supposed to switch gears and go to do something else? 7 years, y'all. 7 years. And it's because I really, really wanted that car. And I held on to it. So if you like this story, y'all, shoot me a comment. All right, like, subscribe if you like content like this, because that's gonna help us build. I'm Kevin Anytime, mindset specialist, and I'm here to help you think critically.